Today's lesson is know what is expected of you, okay? This is pretty darn important. You get hired to do a big job, you're gonna need to know what their expectations are, what they need you to be, what they need you to do, what are your jobs throughout the day. Try and get some sort of thing that shows exactly a schedule for you at least. So that's what you need to know when you need to know what's expected of you, because being prepared, that's probably the best way, because you can find out what their expectations are. You'd rather know right away than have it just come up like, oh man, we were hoping that you would do this, and here we are an hour later, we need you to do this, okay? So find out. And that means sit down with the director, sit down with the producer, who's ever running the show, sit down with them and talk with them. Exactly what's expected of you, what times you need to work. I mean, that comes down to a situation if they say, the competition that we have you announcing starts at 10 o'clock, or let's say you're going to intro some bands. You got some bands in the afternoon. The bands are going to start at 12 o'clock. We want you there an hour before, okay? So that's knowing what they expect out of you and what time they need you there. That's a pretty important one. Now, what I like to do is I always try to do that is an hour even before they want you there. It always works the best. So if someone tells you to be there at 9 o'clock when they expect you're not going to announce till 10 o'clock, hey, why not be there at 8 o'clock? You're just going to be more prepared. And the bottom line is you're trying to get more work from different people. So this is what you want to do. So the more you know right off the bat of what's expected of you, that way you're going to make sure everyone is satisfied and you're at the right place at the right time, and you're there ahead of time too as well. All right. Know your job title, know your duties. Okay? If your job is to announce the introduction of the band that comes on stage, well then no, that's part of your stage duties. If your job is to announce the band as it exits the stage, well, that's part of your duties. So knowing those duties is very important to being successful at what you're trying to do. You need to know what they expect out of you. They say competition starts at 10 o'clock. We want you on the mic 1 hour before competition, ready to go. Well, why not be there 2 hours? Go over story ideas and what you're thinking about how the competition is going to run with your fellow announcer. Talk with the director, talk with the producer. Coming there early is not going to make the show crappier. The show is going to be better because you're going to be more prepared, okay? Go above and beyond your duties. Wow, that's an important one right there. If you're trying to get work and you're trying to come up and have a job at something else that, you know, have a chance to get that job somewhere else, well, going above and beyond your duties is one of the most important things, because that pretty much signals that you're a hard worker, that you're a guy that wants to come back next year, and you're doing extra. So when you do extra and you step up and do more than you're expected to do, believe me, people remember that, and that helps. Like I was saying about, of course, being there early. So if they tell you they want you there at 9 o'clock because they don't need you to start talking on the microphone until 10 o'clock. Well, you know what? Get there at 8. Get there at 7. Talk with the distributors. Talk with the sponsors. Talk with the producer. Talk with the director. Talk with your fellow announcers. Talk with the DJ. Communicate. Get where everyone's feel is on what they expect the show to go like and the day to go like. That's very important. So going above and beyond the call is going to make for a better show. When it makes for a better show, that only helps you out too as well. That can help you get more jobs because of it, because the one thing, it's the last thing you do that people remember you by. So when you're at an event and you're doing an amazing job and you're going above and beyond the call doing what you do, they see that. And when it comes up next year and they're going to hire an announcer, who was that guy last year? Well, that was Brad. Let's have this guy come back. He was amazing. He stayed after. He got there early. He made the sponsors happy. See, it all works. That's why you go above and beyond the call. Sure, you can show up and just do the bare minimum. Show up and just do the partial job or whatever you need to do to get the job done. But that's not going to get you hired back. So that's when I say go above and beyond the call. Go the extra route when it comes down to it. Secure the job for next year. That's what I'm talking about. How do you secure the job for next year? You show up early, you show up on time, you show up and you are prepared. You've done all the research, you've studied everything about the sponsors, you know the event history, you know the times to be at work, you know the times that you're off work, you know who your co-host is, who your DJ is, your producer, everything. You've done everything. So you've satisfied. And so at the end of the day, they have a successful job, a successful event, and you're the MC for that event, it's going to come back on you. You're the one who's going to get the praises, and you're the one who's going to secure the job for next year. Know what's expected of you. That's it.